What's up guys? We were doing some thinking and figured there are a lot of mechanics in Rebirth of Souls that weren't that obvious when you're just starting to get into the game. So we put together a list of everything you need to know to get into Bleach Rebirth of Souls. The first thing I'd like to go over is how the Konpaku system works. Your Konpaku are your lives in this game. Most characters start with 9, and it is your goal to reduce your opponent's Konpaku to 0. Just for reference, the health bars in this game are known as reishi, so that is what I'm going to be calling them throughout this video. Kikon moves are the moves that drain your opponent's Konpaku. You can activate your Kikon moves 2 different ways. The first is by holding your Kikon move input after hitting your opponent with the move. It is important to note that you will only be able to connect the Kikon move if your opponent is at 30% reishi or below. Otherwise, if your opponent simply holds the guard, they will get this animation. The second is by draining your opponent's reishi to 0, and you will automatically get a Kikon move. There is a difference between these 2 moves, and that difference is usually 1 Konpaku. There are 3 different states for each character. There's the normal state at the start of the game, the awakened state after you release your awakening, and the last one can be character specific. For most characters, this is known as sublimination. However, some characters like Ulquiorra, Ichigo Bankai, Uryu, and Aizen get a second awakening called reawakening, making them even more powerful. The Konpaku list works like this.
I'm simply far better than you. The end. Be gone! Sorry.
Where are you going? I'll just hurry up and kill you. Don't get too scared.
This rate. Right there.
I'll protect everyone. I got you. This is over. Don't get caught. Don't come near me. I don't want to have to fire this at close range. Lanza del Relanzano. How can this be?
However, some characters such as Yamamoto, Soifon, and Kenpachi can do 6 max. The next thing I'd like to go over is how reverse works. There are 3 different types of reverse actions. Each one can be recognized by its corresponding color. White is activated when you are far away from your opponent with no engagement. Orange is activated when you reverse in your combo. And blue is activated when you reverse to break your opponent's combo. There are more differences than just colors though, as each one has its own unique effect. White reverse will heal your reishi, charge your EX, and charge your awakening. Orange will grant a damage buff as well as let you extend your combos. Blue doesn't have an effect besides just breaking your opponent's combo. Note that your reverse takes a while to charge up, and using your reverse action takes 2 bars. So use your best discretion when using your reverse action. Up next, we have dash grabs. Has this ever happened to you? It can be frustrating whenever your grab just barely doesn't reach far enough. If you hold the grab button, your character will do a little dash before grabbing your opponent. It is important to keep in mind that if you release the grab input while dashing, your grab will activate, and if you aren't close to your opponent, you will trip and be vulnerable. However, releasing it early also gives you a bigger grab hitbox, so timing it just right will almost always guarantee a pretty safe grab opportunity. If you are just dashing and you don't release it, your opponent will be able to time a grab of their own and just grab you out of your dash. Up next, we have the character's quick movements. There are different types of quick movements in the game. For Soul Reapers, it is the Flash Step. This is the most recognizable one. For Quincy's, it is Hyorin-kyaku. And for Espada, it is Sonido. There is no gameplay difference other than the names though, so I'm just going to refer to them as Flash Steps for simplicity's sake. Flash Steps are a very useful tool in your gameplay. They allow combo finishers, as most of your moves in the game can combo into a Flash Step to end the combo with a little extra damage. Another use for them is they act like a counter. If you see a projectile coming after you, or you know that your opponent is about to hit you, you can perfectly time a Flash Step, and if you time it just right, you should get a small cutscene and a guaranteed hit that you can combo out of.
It's almost time.
Keep in mind, however, each Flash Step will take one reverse bar, so watch your resource management. Lastly, I'd like to talk about sidestepping. I don't see enough people using this to their advantage, but you have a dodge button in the game. Dodging moves just right can be a very powerful tool. Since this game has 3 dimensions you can walk on, if you time a quick step input with your opponent's move, then they will just completely whiff their move, allowing for you to punish. Watch for opportunities to dodge, as it is a quick way to get an engagement without expending any resources. Those are all the mechanics we found that weren't immediately obvious when we started playing the game. If you found this video helpful, consider leaving a like and clicking that subscribe button. Also tell me in the comments below which mechanics you didn't know about. I'll see y'all in the next video for the Gin Beginner's Guide. Bye!